All right, folks, we're back here once again, and this time we're going to dive into the letter G. It's brought to you by the letter G. No, just kidding. It's GA to green according to the box, so let's see what wonders are here. Okay, so let's see. We have the first issue of the Gambit miniseries. I believe this came out sometime in the mid-90s. That one looks like it's in a little better shape than the previous one. This is issue 4 of the Gambit miniseries, so I have some holes. Looks like more of a Gambit ongoing series that was a little bit later, probably in the 2000s. 2 issues of that, so if you're interested in Gambit, let me know. This is issue 1 of the 4-issue limited series for the Gargoyle. And we have number 2, 3, and 4, so I have all 4 issues if you're interested. I have to admit I don't know a lot about the this miniseries, but the art looks pretty cool. So, and here are some issues of Gen 13, which was an image book, and this is number 32, so this is far along. So I probably have some earlier issues somewhere else, but I'm not sure exactly where they would be right now. But yeah, this is Gen 13 Divine Intervention. Looks like Jim Lee is involved with this one.
Who was correctly involved in
Yeah, Jim Lee. He's a well-known artist, and I think he is a vice president of an imprint on DC Comics. So he's a very well-known artist too. So anyway, there's that. This is Grunge Saves the World, a Gen 13 spinoff.
Nirvana.
Yeah, he's just that's his name, Grunge. So this is Monkey Man and O'Brien and Gen 13 crossover. And unfortunately, it's got this rip up here. Otherwise, it would be a pretty cool issue. Now this is really cool. This is Gen 13 Ordinary Heroes. It's written by Adam Hughes, who is usually an artist. So I think he might have done the interior art here. I'm not 100% sure about that, but this was the first time that I really paid attention to Gen 13. This was surprisingly good. I had no idea that Adam Hughes was a good writer, and this was really surprisingly good. So I have both issues of that. That's excellent. And another great thing that Adam Hughes wrote was the Supergirl Gen 13 crossover, and if you ever find that, I would highly recommend it. It's funny and it's very well done. So just my tip of the day for you. This looks like an Ashcan copy of a Generation X issue. I'm not sure what issue it is, but neat little thing. Yeah, here's some more Generation X issues. This was around the time that Marvel was hiding what number the issues were. It's down here. This is issue number 10. So this one's better. There's number 20. So anyway, that's Gen 13. This is or Generation X. This is Genesis, which is written by John Byrne, and it looks like Ron Wagner is the artist. Let's see if it's drawn by John Byrne or if it's just written by. Of course, they're hiding the credits page. And I still don't know where the credit page is. Let's see. Ah, there it is. So Ron Wagner is the penciler, and John Byrne is the writer. It's odd that the writer
Penciler.
is... Yeah, inker. There's pencil and ink.
Where's the pencil?
The pencil is underneath. He just provides the basic.
Oh, so he made the
drawings.
template, and then the inker
the
makes
inker,
the color.
The inker makes it solid enough to be able to be reproduced for the print, for the comic book print. And John Byrne is right. It's odd that the writer is listed third. Usually the writer is listed first, but who knows? But anyway, that's Genesis, and people who love John Byrne should be interested in that. And of course, what's a DC comic without Darkseid? So there we go. That's Genesis 3. And I can see this video is getting quite long. This is Ghost, which was an interesting series from Dark Horse, and had some pretty good stuff. This is early art by Ivan Reyes, which is definitely probably the most noteworthy thing about it. But independent of that, Ghost actually had some pretty funny and good stories. So
I didn't say it was fascinating. I said it was noteworthy.
Yeah, Eric Luke and Ivan Reyes as the penciler. So he was he's a very good artist. He's drawn many things. I can't remember what his most recent thing was, but he has become a bit of a name. And these are more recent issues of Ghost. This is a Ghost Batgirl crossover by Mike Kennedy and Ryan Benjamin. And now here's Ghost Rider. This is the original series of Ghost Rider by Marvel. So it's 35-cent cover price, 1977 issue, number 28. So number 30. So these are, I mean, it's such an interesting character, and Marvel seemed to never really know what to do with it, but they did give it a real college try. So, and this is the second series of Ghost Rider, which I think maybe it might even be the third, but this is another new series of Ghost Rider. They kept relaunching it many times. So, and this is the Mark Teixeira era of Ghost Rider. So I think that's who the artist is. So yeah, there's plenty of that stuff. Yep, there it is, Mark Teixeira. There's number 22. There's Ghost Rider and X-Men, always worth checking out. Ghost Rider and X-Men, second issue. And this is Rise of the Midnight Suns, which was a crossover. I think that Moon Knight and some other characters were involved with this.
Are there any non-crossover Ghost Riders, or is it all
those are
crossovers?
No, these are most of Ghost Rider is just Ghost Rider solo, but he does have crossover issues. Another neat cover, just all black, number 40, Midnight Massacre. And this is Road to Vengeance. So this is Ghost Rider 2099. Marvel did a lot of the 2099 titles. There was Spider-Man 2099, Doom 2099, Fantastic Four, I think, even had one. X-Men had one, and Ghost Rider had one. So there was a time when Ghost Rider was pretty popular. This is Ghost Rider and Blaze Spirits of Vengeance, which was a miniseries that featured those two characters. These are some old Charlton ghostly tales. Nothing really spectacular about those, although that art looks familiar, but
maybe they'll play chop poker.
yeah, maybe. This is DC series Ghosts, back when horror books were all the rage. There's Ghosts. And here's GI Combat. War books were big in the 60s, and this one is one of the most well-known ones.
Is it based on G.I. Joe?
No, it's its own thing. And Joe Kubert had a lot of issues on GI Combat. I'm not sure if he had anything to do with these, but anyway, there's some issues of GI Combat. And the Haunted Tank was something that would recur when in GI Combat. So it's always some fun stuff in there. This is GI Combat 264, which is much later. This is definitely a Joe Kubert cover. So that's a fun issue. And there's another GI Combat in that. This is in the 70s now. So here's Godzilla, number 15. Marvel's effort at having their own comic book based on the movie. So that's an interesting thing.
That was number 15, and it came out on the 15th of October.
Yeah, did it?
Yeah, it said so. Look, 15 Oct at the top.
Oh, that's number 15, and October is just the month it came out.
Oh.
So, yeah. And Gotham Central, another really, really good series. This was written by Ed Brubaker and Greg Rucka, with art by Michael Lark. Very good series. It's related to Batman, of course, but it covers the police officers and how they see Batman and how they feel about him solving cases that they should be solving. And you know, it's a really fascinating look at that relationship between Batman and the police of Gotham City. Some really, really good stories here. I would highly recommend picking up that. Okay, now, Green Arrow by Kevin Smith. You know, the filmmaker who did Friends, or not Friends, good Lord, who did Clerks and Chasing Amy and Dogma and all those other movies like that. So that's Kevin Smith's first issue of Green Arrow. And, you know, I can just leaf through and see that there's a bunch. There's number 3 and number 5 or 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if you're interested in Kevin Smith Green Arrow, then by all means let me know. And I think he went up to 18. That's number 15. So, and then here's an issue of Green Arrow Rebirth. That's also number 1 by, I'm not sure who that person is. The last name is Percy, but I'm not sure who the first name, what his first name is.
His first name's Percy. I think it says Schmidt.
No, I think Schmidt is the other creator, the artist.
Yeah.
Green Goblin, number 1. This was another series that was surprisingly interesting. I remember thinking, how can they make a series out of that? And then I read it and I was like, okay, I can see how they're doing this. It's kind of fun. So never judge a book by its cover unless you're Candace from Phineas and Ferb.
Boring, dull, stupid, lame, heavy-headed, and derivative.
There you go. So here are the Green Lantern Green Arrows. This is number 91. So this is after the seminal number 76 when Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams came in and created the landmark issues of Green Lantern that launched them onto this path. But these are still some pretty good issues. So these are all in the 90s. That's 96. I think Mike Grell had some issues in here. And he's a good creator, but there are many people who worked on this book after him. Steve Englehart was noteworthy too. That's Green Arrow 102, or Green Lantern 102. And, there's a whole bunch in here of Green Arrow. So,
that's Green Lantern.
I mean, it was Green Lantern and Green Arrow, and then I'm noticing now it switches over just to being Green Lantern, so I guess they moved on to just having it back to Green Lantern.
Or you have them organized alphabetically, and it goes from Arrow to
No, they're
Lantern.
numerically, so it's part of the same series. So I'll just show you a few covers, but you can see it is a pretty good run. That's 156. That's 157. That's 175, which curiously I don't know how much of a collector's item this is or whatever, but there's no number, so I had to put that on there. It's on the inside, but it's not listed on the front cover, which is kind of.
Where'd you put it on?
Just on a sticker.
Oh, that. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of unusual. I mean, I don't know if it's a bug or anything, or that would be worth somebody looking up. But this is 183. Yeah, and so here's some Steve Englehart issues, as you can see at the top. It's 190. So then Green Arrow just kind of keeps going, and then it turns into the Green Lantern Corps. This is 203, and this is issue 212, and that's issue 223. So yeah, here's an annual of the Green Lantern Corps, and then Green Lantern Specials. This is a new series of Green Lantern with Kyle Rayner, I think his name was. And there's Mongol. So yeah, this box finishes out with Green Lantern. This is Green Lantern Corps with a great Darwin Cook cover. And there's Green Lantern number 1, that's annual 1. And here's Green Lantern Emerald Dawn, some issues when they were all doing like Dark Knight Returns and Man of Steel. They did one for Green Lantern as well. And this box concludes with Mosaic, which is I think a John Stewart story. And there's Emerald Dawn 2. So that's it for the G's. As you can see, that box is primarily populated by Green Lantern. So any of those issues catch your eye, please let me know. As I said, we had the Kevin Smith run on Green Arrow as well. So there's some good stuff in there. So if you're interested in that stuff, either message me via eBay or leave a message on this, and I can get back to you and we can try to work something out. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later. Thank you.